What's up guys, Nepenthes here and welcome to another skill game. This time we have got dribbling. As I said in the last video guys, dribbling was definitely one of my favourites, and I definitely think it's one of the ones that you will use a lot in the skill challenges, excuse me, the skill challenges. But I'm not too sure that the dribbling factor is going to be too effective in an in-game situation. The reason being, I will describe as we get towards the back end of it. Of course I've used Ronaldo again. This first dribbling challenge, guys, the bronze, I fell straight away at the very beginning there. So go into another one. These little pins or flags or poles or whatever are actually set up in a way where you can run directly straight between them. So I don't really feel that educates anyone on dribbling at all if you can just run in a straight line. Whilst we was at the EA event, both KSI and AirJake's FIFA had a little bit of a back and forth in this particular skill game where they were both getting like insanely high scores that I can't see being beaten any which way, and they were like pipping each other by 10 points at a time, stupid stuff like that. So yeah, I mean these skill games are definitely going to be entertaining, and as I said in many of the skill game videos, the biggest thing for me about the skill games, other than the fact that you will of course be learning a hell of a lot whilst you're going through them, will just be the competitive nature and the one-upmanship that you'll be able to get on your friends and such. This silver challenge I feel like is one of the best ones in terms of actually what you might take into a real game situation, just because of the way the first poles are set up and you have to slalom through them, the effect of the two triggers, the left and right trigger, or the R2 and L2 if you're a PlayStation user. It actually does teach you a little bit how to use them. It's not overly effective, but it does teach you a little bit how to use them. And then the goal dribbling challenge. Now this one, I guess it's real difficult to explain. I spent probably about 4 or 5 hours on the dribbling skill game, and probably maybe 2 hours of that was on this particular skill game, because I just could not beat it no matter what I did. This is literally around attempt number 100 or 150, something like that. Like, I spent an insanely long amount of time on this, but of course I had to complete it because I need to show you guys what it looks like when you complete it. This one's quite entertaining, and it probably does show people how to go on skill runs rather than dribbling. You see I use quite a number of different skills during this one. The idea of these little poles here, even though I just run underneath that one there, is to get the ball above the pole and to run in between the two yellow poles. And then the one that you just saw there where I did the rainbow flick over the top, the idea behind that one is to actually pass the ball underneath, or do maybe a skill move so the ball goes underneath and then you jump over the top. So it teaches you to evade sliding tackles. Now the reason why I don't think that's going to be too effective in a real game situation is because the timing between you having someone slide against you and the timing between you actually being able to do something that will pass the ball underneath them for you to jump over them is really minimal, and I think it's more of a luck thing than an actual skill thing. But that's just my opinion, guys. Of course, like I still thoroughly enjoy this dribbling skill challenge. Not quite sure what happened with the camera there, but it looked okay. So I restart this game. Okay, so this is the final skill game, the skill challenge, guys. As I've said in the other videos, basically what they do is they give you a bronze, silver, gold, and then skill challenge set, and the skill challenge pretty much takes you through everything that you've learned in the bronze, silver, and gold set. Now the bronze set is very, very easy, and you know you can pass that with your eyes closed. The silver is relatively easy, and the gold is, you know, it's a test. And then you come to the skill challenge, and for me the skill challenge is real difficult, and I'm failing already here because the idea again of those poles isn't to get the ball over the pole, it's to take the ball and push it under the pole. Yeah, I failed spectacularly on some of these skill moves. However, with this dribbling technique, this skill challenge specifically, I actually managed to get a world-class result from it, which I was very, very pleased with. It's one of only, I think I got world-class on one more skill challenge, but I was unable to get world-class on any of the other ones. You know, I only had like I say, I spent a long time playing these. I actually spent the whole first day of the event playing the skill challenges. But they're real difficult to the point where, you know, even after a day's worth of play, some of the manual challenges, like the manual shooting and such, were just real difficult. So You know, it's not too easy. There's an absolute spectacular fail there. It's not too easy to get into the world-class brackets. So the fact I got into 2 in one day, I think is pretty awesome. I'm sure there'll be somebody, once this game goes live, that will just absolutely smash these sort of things. You know, if this is what you're into. But as I said, guys, I'm failing spectacularly here in some cases. And I finally figured out that the ball has to go under the cones, under the pole with the other ones. And I actually made it quite simple to the end, and I think the reason why I got such a big score in this skill challenge is just because I had so much time left at the end of it. And there's a massive, like 9-foot Sergio Ramos there, I think, or PK or something, just some huge defender to try and stop you. But this was an entertaining challenge, guys. Definitely one of my favourites to play, but definitely, in my opinion, one of the least that will give you any help in a real game situation. But this is the end of the video, guys, so if you could hit that like button, would be amazing. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Train! World class, boom.